have your mother. Leave her the Nigeria.
Have you ever looked at a young girl driving a car worth 50 million naira and asked yourself, what is she doing that I am not doing? We live in a world where we worship the fruit, but we ignore the root. We see the mansion, but we don't see the grave dug underneath the foundation. Tonight, I will tell you the story of Anita and the Golden Python. A story that will make you look at your rich friends twice. A story that proves that the devil does not give gifts. He only gives loans, and his interest rate is your blood. But before we open the door to this terrifying secret, I need you to do something for me. If you enjoy stories that teach you deep wisdom, smash that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification bell so you will be the first to know when we drop another banger. Good. Now, let us enter the House of Secrets. It started on a Tuesday under the scorching sun of Ojuelegba. Anita and her best friend Kemi were sweating inside a cramped Danfo bus. The bus smelled of stale fish, engine oil, and the armpits of 14 angry passengers. Anita was a beautiful girl, light-skinned, curvy, with eyes that always seemed hungry for something she couldn't name. But poverty does not respect beauty. Her dress was faded at the armpits, her sandals were peeling, and her bank account balance was a tragic 1,500 naira. "Conductor, give me my change! I gave you 500 naira!" Anita screamed, wiping sweat from her forehead. "Madam, hold your side, no change day!" The conductor backed back, hanging off the bus door. Beside her, Kemi sighed. Kemi was different. She was quiet, hardworking, a tailor who believed that slow and steady wins the race. "Anita, calm down," Kemi whispered. "Don't exchange words with these touts." "I am tired, Kemi," Anita snapped, her voice breaking. "I am tired of this suffering. Look at us. We are 26 years old. Our mates are in Dubai. Our mates are driving Benz. Look at us fighting for 50 naira change in a bus that has no brake. God, am I a stepchild?" Just as the bus screeched to a halt at their stop, a car glided past them. It wasn't just a car, it was a spaceship on wheels. A 2025 Range Rover Villa, black as midnight, with tinted windows that reflected the suffering of the people outside. The car stopped right in front of them. The window rolled down slowly. A blast of chilly, air-conditioned air hit Anita's face, smelling of expensive oud perfume. A woman stepped out. Her skin glowed like it had been polished with diamonds. Her hair was a bone-straight wig that probably cost more than Anita's rent for 2 years. She wore oversized Gucci sunglasses and held an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Anita squinted. She knew that face. "Sandra?" Anita whispered. The rich woman lowered her glasses. "Anita? Kemi? Is that you guys?" It was Sandra. The same Sandra who used to borrow salt from them in the compound 3 years ago. The same Sandra who had only 2 pairs of shoes. Now she looked like she owned the central bank. "Sandra! Oh my God!" Anita screamed, rushing to hug her. Kemi followed slowly, feeling out of place in her dusty clothes. "Babe, look at you!" Anita cried, touching her expensive silk dress. "You are glowing. You have blown. What happened? Where have you been?" Sandra laughed. It was a rich laugh, soft, unbothered. "My dear, God has been faithful," Sandra said, checking her diamond wristwatch. "I'm actually in a rush to a meeting in Ikoyi, but enter. Let me drop you off. This sun is not for people like us." The ride in the Range Rover was quiet. Anita ran her hands over the leather seats, her heart pounding with jealousy and desire. Kenny looked out the window, feeling a strange heaviness in the car. The air conditioner was cold, but it felt unnaturally cold, like the inside of a mortuary. "Sandra?" Anita finally asked, her voice trembling. "Cut the soap for me now. Show me the way. We are suffering. We are dying of hunger while you are swimming in money. Please help your sister." "You want to be like me, Anita?" "Yes. I will do anything." "Anything?" "Anything. Meet me at my house tonight. Come alone. I'll send the address." Kemi grabbed Anita's hand when they got out of the car. Anita, be careful, Kemi warned. Did you feel the air in that car? Did you see that she was wearing a thick sweater in this hot sun? Something is not right. I beg, shut up. Anita yanked her hand away. You and your holy mind. Poverty has blocked your brain. She is successful and you are jealous. I am going there tonight. If you like, stay here and be sewing buttons for 200 naira. That night, Anita took a boat ride to Lagos Phase 1. Sandra's house was a palace, white pillars, gold gates, and silence. Too much silence. Sandra welcomed her in. The living room was massive, filled with Italian furniture, but there were no family photos, no Bible, no Quran, just strange art pieces and statues that looked like they were watching you. Sit down, babe, Sandra said, pouring a glass of wine that cost 300,000 naira. Sandra, I want this life, Anita said, drinking the wine greedily. Sandra sat opposite her, her face serious. Anita, there are 2 ways to make money in this Lagos. The hard way, which takes 20 years and plenty of sweat, and the smart way, which takes 1 night and a little sacrifice. I don't have money for sacrifice, Anita stammered. Not money, Sandra smiled, a cold reptilian-like smile. Courage. Are you brave? Sandra led Anita to a bedroom at the far end of the hallway. The door was made of heavy iron. Inside this room, Sandra whispered, is the source of my wealth. If you can enter and if you can accept what you see, you will never lack money again. But once you enter, there is no going back. Anita's heart hammered against her ribs. She thought of the bus conductor shouting at her. She thought of her landlord banging on her door. She took a deep breath. Open it. The room was dark, lit only by red candles. The smell was overpowering, a mix of expensive perfume and raw meat. In the center of the bed, on a velvet bean, lay a massive golden python. It was thick as a tree trunk, its scales shimmering in the candlelight. The snake raised its head. Its eyes were human. Meet Mommy, Sandra said calmly, stroking the snake's head. She is the mother of wealth. She doesn't bite, she only gives. What do I have to do? Anita wept, shaking like a leaf. It's simple, Sandra explained. You will take a pot. You will keep a smaller snake, Mommy's child, in your house. No one must see it. Every Tuesday, you will feed it. Not with rats, not with chicken. With what? Anita whispered. With your peace of mind. And once a month, fresh blood. Just a little from your finger. Anita looked at the snake. It seemed to nod at her. Then the snake opened its mouth and vomited a bundle of crisp 1,000 naira notes. Then another bundle. Then another. Dollars. Pounds. The floor was covered in money in seconds. The greed in Anita's eyes swallowed the fear in her heart. She knelt down and touched the money. It was real. I will do it, she said. 6 months later, Anita was the queen of Lagos. She moved out of the slum and bought a duplex in Banana Island. She drove a G-Wagon. She launched a skincare brand on Instagram as a cover-up. Everyone commented on her photos. God, when? Hard work pays. My role model. Kemi, her old friend, tried to visit her once. Anita instructed the security to tell Kemi she wasn't around. She didn't want Kemi's holy attitude near her pet. In a locked room in Anita's guest quarters, inside a Louis Vuitton travel box, lived the snake. It was small at first, just the size of a belt. Anita named it Gucci. Every Tuesday, she pricked her finger and let the drops of blood fall into the box. The snake would hiss, lick the blood, and by morning, the box would be full of dollars. Life was sweet. Anita traveled to Paris for breakfast and London for dinner. She dated senators who didn't know that the source of her wealth was sleeping in her guest room. But you see, spiritual debts are not like bank loans. You cannot negotiate the payment terms. One Tuesday, Anita went to feed Gucci. She pricked her finger. The blood dropped. The snake didn't move. It didn't eat the blood. It stared at her. It had grown. It was now the size of a car tire. What's wrong, baby? Anita asked nervously. Here is the food. The snake hissed, a deep guttural sound that vibrated the floor. It didn't want a drop of blood anymore. It wanted more. That night, Anita woke up screaming. She felt a heavy thing on her chest. She opened her eyes to see the snake coiled on top of her, its tongue flickering inches from her face. "What do you want?" she cried. The voice didn't come from the snake's mouth. It echoed inside her head. "A life. I want a life." Anita scrambled out of bed, ran to her phone, and called Sandra. "Sandra, the snake, it spoke to me. It wants a life." Sandra's voice on the other end was sleepy and cold. "Well, Anita, inflation affects everybody, even the spirits. The price has gone up. You have to give it what it wants, or it will take you." "I can't kill anybody. I'm not a murderer." "Then say goodbye to your G-Wagon. Say goodbye to your life. Because if you don't feed it by Friday, it will feed on you." Anita was trapped. Panic consumed her. She paced around her marble floor, crying. She looked at her luxury bags, her shoes, her jewelry. Was it worth it? Friday came. The snake was restless. It was banging against the door of the guest room, hissing so loud the neighbors' dogs were barking. Anita made a plan. A wicked, desperate plan. She called Kemi. "Hello, Kemi?" Anita sobbed into the phone. "Anita?" Kemi sounded surprised. "Is everything okay?" "No, Kemi. I'm sorry I pushed you away. I'm sick. I'm so sick and I'm alone. Please, can you come and spend the weekend with me? I just need a friend." Kemi, having a heart of gold, forgot the insults. She forgot the rejection. "I'm coming, babe. Send the address." Kemi arrived that evening with a bag of fruits and pepper soup ingredients. Anita hugged her, but Anita's skin was cold. Her eyes were shifting around the room. "You have a beautiful house, Anita," Kemi said, admiring the chandelier. "Thank you," Anita muttered. "Make yourself at home. The guest room is under renovation. You can sleep in my room tonight." Anita planned to poison Kemi's drink, and when Kemi was unconscious, she would drag her to the snake. She went into the kitchen, her hands shaking as she poured the powder into a glass of Chapman. "God forgive me," Anita whispered, "but I cannot die. I am too young to die." She brought the drink to Kemi. "Drink this, babe. It will cool you down." Kemi took the glass. She raised it to her lips. Suddenly, the glass shattered in her hand. "Jesus!" Kemi jumped up. "I didn't even squeeze it." Anita froze. Just then, a loud crash came from the guest room. The door splintered. The wood cracked. The snake had broken out. It slithered into the living room, massive, terrifying, its eyes glowing red. Kemi screamed and fell back onto the sofa. "Anita, what is that? Jesus, the blood of Jesus!" Anita didn't run. She fell to her knees. I'm sorry. I brought food," she pointed at Kemi. Take her and leave me alone." Kemi stared at her best friend in horror. "Anita, you want to sacrifice me?" The snake looked at Kemi. Then it looked at Anita. Snakes, even demon snakes, can smell fear, but they can also smell betrayal, and they can smell the owner. The snake ignored Kemi. It slithered past her, moving straight toward Anita. No, I am your mother. I fed you," Anita screamed, crawling backward. The snake opened its mouth. It was wide enough to swallow a human whole. "The contract is expired," the voice echoed. Kemi grabbed the heavy marble statue from the center table and threw it at the snake, screaming, "Leave her alone, in the name of Jesus!" The statue hit the snake, but it just bounced off. This was not a physical animal. It was a spirit. The snake struck. It didn't bite. It wrapped around Anita. It squeezed. The sound of cracking bones filled the silent mansion. Anita's screams were cut short as the air left her lungs. Her eyes bulged, staring at Kemi, a look of pure regret. Kemi ran. She unlocked the front door and ran into the night, screaming for security, screaming for God. When the police and security finally arrived, they broke into the house. The living room was empty. There was no snake. There was no Anita. On the floor where Anita had been was a pile of dust and a single large python skin. Inside the snake skin, they found Anita's diamond wristwatch and her long bone-straight wig. Anita was gone, digested by the very greed she had nurtured. The police searched the house. In the guest room, they found the box. It was empty of money. Instead, it was filled with maggots and rotten flesh. The G-Wagon, the house, the clothes, everything was seized by the bank because apparently Anita had taken massive loans using fake collateral. The money the snake vomited was spiritual. It vanished when she vanished. Kemi returned to her one-room apartment. She never tailored again. She became an evangelist, going from market to market, telling the story of the python in the Gucci bag. Some people believed her. Some laughed and said she was jealous. But sometimes in the club or at a bid party, you will see a young girl scratching her body uncontrollably or looking over her shoulder as if something is following her. You will see them spraying money, but their eyes are full of tears. And if you listen closely, under the loud music, you might hear the faint hissing sound of a debt that is coming due. Moral lesson, my people, there is no shortcut to destiny. The elevator to success is out of order. You have to use the stairs. Do not envy the slay queens and the big boys you see online. You don't know what sleeps under their bed. You don't know what they feed in the dark. Contentment is great game. A little with peace of mind is better than billions with terror. Be careful what you wish for, and be careful what you invite into your home. Because when you dine with the devil, even a long spoon will not save you. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, if you want to choose peace over fake wealth, type "I choose peace" in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. Until next time, stay safe and watch your back.